Interesting bans. I mean, I would have preferred to keep Shenji saved, just with how much they can really open up this A point with how everyone's been defending it. Um, and just would have let the ban slide on the flames. But I mean, if you're gonna run a 15-man death ball, I'd much rather take the flames. Flame on flame
I think what
action.
happened is so like Team A banned Ball Boy and then Team B banned Forte, and so I think Team A's like natural instinct was like we need to save camels because if their second ban is camels, like we're gonna get calved, you know?
Into the dirt. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
see it. A lot of interesting picks coming out. I'm
Monks are
seeing.
back in recall, so I would expect to see
Ooh, the
a
monks
good
ban.
amount of those.
I think the new cavalry is banned for this week as well.
Yeah,
Just
they're not
not
allowed to use
allowed.
it.
Yeah, no
Not
new
allowed.
cav to be played
Lot
in
of
there.
flames for the defense. Lot of flames. I think 4 sets I'm counting.
Uh, one,
The
two,
attackers
three,
have
four,
two
five,
sets of
five,
flames.
five sets of
5 sets.
flames. Yep,
Count dyslexic. Yep, he
yep,
swapped. Yeah.
yep.
So 5 sets of
Five.
flames for the defense. Very similar to our Hidden City game last week. I
Oh
dare
god,
say.
PTSD kicking in right now. That was a
Yeah.
lot of flames for both sides.
Uh, I can only imagine that bringing that many flames, they will. This guy is gold season level, bro. Someone get this guy. Someone get this guy right now, dude. Get him off the game, please.
I don't even think we have a
Um,
gold. I think Tim's
do we?
probably our closest. Like Tim's
Nah,
really close.
Tim's like halfway through purple, I think.
I thought he was like 87 purple, but
I have no idea. Anyway,
nonetheless, we'll kick this off. We'll see some good fights out on
I would
this.
expect to see an arty dive from the defense here, considering how many flames they have. I think they're gonna try and like dictate how they take these engagements a little bit better. Um, yeah, and you can see one of them is already going up to that divine crow that we saw last time. Unfortunately, it is dead. Um,
Oh,
someone shot it instantly.
I mean that's good. That's not a piece of artillery you like to see up anyways. So,
Indeed
um,
not. Looks like they are gonna seed the east breach to be destroyed, and I guess the west one as well.
I'm gonna have some questions about that palace guard later. I don't know how I feel about
The
that yet.
palace guard. Oh
There's a set.
no.
There's a set of palace guards. Here comes the
Oh,
artillery to dive once again. Shield mains
dive,
running.
dive, dive.
Look at the dive off the wall. So many people
Someone set
jumping.
up the ladders. Someone set up the ladders, please. Yeah, so it looks
Looks
like they will get the cannon in the back and the middle cannon. I would like to see them just get out of here now. Like you've gotten what you came for. Like
leave.
get on the horse and let's go. Like don't worry about killing what are these? Like halb sergeants? Like don't worry about
There's a
killing
set of
that.
maidens in there. I think they dove them
Oh, are they
kind
just
of nicely.
I don't think they killed
Yeah,
any of the maidens.
they got the they got
Arguably
the full
not
halb
worth
sergeants.
on that take. I think they could have gotten out a lot easier. Just
Ooh, and this
um
camel's getting dove on supply by a maul too, but he gets insta
and
buff
that
for that
Treb
though.
coming in. Where did he Treb that from? He just smoked the main gate, killed a full set of camels at the main gate, or not a full set, but like half a set.
Oh, I was too busy watching the dives.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where he actually called that Treb from.
I think he called it in right from the main gate, like
Oh, sure
outside
enough,
it.
he's looking through. They opened the main gate. He's looking right through it.
Yeah,
Kind
the main gate's been
of funny.
open. Looks like all towers
Oh
are
no,
land.
they've broken it. They've broken it.
Yeah, they broke the main gate. They didn't cheese it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So where are these kills? Oh, they're in the back. They killed the
oh,
two dual blades.
bye bye
The
dual blades.
the dual blades were sneaking around, I guess looking for some specialty picks. And they end up getting the flames. They got a
Oh
full set of
no.
flames.
Oh no.
They got a full set of the flames in the backpack here. I
One of
can
our
see
five
the
sets of flames have gone down. What will I
yeah,
do?
yeah, we're down to 4 flames.
We're down to four full
ISG Treb
flames.
coming in. It will
Ooh.
miss, unfortunately. Oh,
Uh, catch.
catches it. Oh, he gets a
Oh, yeah,
good little
yeah.
last hit.
Nice little
Um,
catch there. Probably takes
I
him
mean,
down 2 unit
yeah, I mean
models.
that new Treb is really making it hard for the defenders to kind of position on this A point. So definitely a good kind of dynamic change for this map.
I really
Um,
like to see that tertio play in the middle, so it would prevent this mall from just freestanding there.
yeah, I definitely liked that from our last match to have those guns there to prevent this. Because right now, like if they could force them to not stand here, like they could get some free ticks here.
It's
Um,
just heroes on that point. Oh, it looks like they're going for a flame dive, specialty dive coming out again. Looking for the flames. I don't think they get any.
I don't think he gets any. I will check though. Nope, looks like we still are 2 sets of flames fully healthy out at the moment. There's actually 3 sets out right now.
Jesus.
Um, all fully healthy on the flames. Looks like the attackers are trying to use some vassal longbow cheese on the wall. Maybe pick off some of these camels, or potentially the flames if they're so lucky.
The unit
Um,
difference already is really weird to see too. I mean, I
It's
guess when you
it's
take
the
that
amount
many
of flame. Like
flames
the attackers only brought 2 flames, and because the defenders invested so much leadership in
into the
their
flames,
flames,
they're down like
yeah,
200 unit
yeah.
models. Oof.
Yeah, I think the attackers also brought. Oh, the friendly
Ooh,
treb.
Penley Treb.
The friendly treb on the tower. I think the attackers have a good amount of peasants as well, so probably accounting for a bit of that gap there. Um, but we'll see. I mean, they're granting them a lot of space here for the A point. Unfortunately for the attackers, as soon as they walk down those stairs, they're in for it, I believe.
Are
But
they
here
gonna?
comes the push. A good little pre-trap on the barricade. Um, Try and slow down this advance from the defenders. They need to take this space. They need to get these ISGs up more. There he goes. He's moving them up. We're moving up. And they're just going to walk onto this A point. And now the defenders have to do a little retake, and they are going to get flamed. They get absolutely destroyed. Those Palace Guard just got obliterated.
And there comes flames from both sides going in. Camels get
Look at the
making their.
double flames. The double flames. They're getting dove.
And here comes Hussars clean into that push. That's a
Too bad they
nasty
all also
charge.
got flamed. Dude, there's just flames everywhere. I
There's
can't see anything.
there's so many flames kicking around. This is a
I
slugfest
think
of
this is
flames.
good for the attack. I think
Defenders?
attack is winning. Yes.
Yeah, maybe. But no one's on that supply. No one's
They don't
touching.
need to be. It's capped.
Oh, it's
It's capped by
capped.
the
Oh
attackers.
no. Dagrex coming in to clean up from behind. Everything is
That is a
going
wipe.
wrong.
That's a wipe.
That's a
That's
wipe.
Atomic Crash. That's my newest house member. That's our guy.
That's our guy. That's a nice
That is a clean wipe.
clean
Very well done by
wipe.
the attackers. Shout out to that mall that dove the double flames right there from the defense. I mean, yeah, they literally
Insane.
just like had to retake their own point there, and I mean, you just can't. You never want to see that. You never want to have to retake your own point. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Malakas played
Um,
really far back on that point.
they
Way
did, they
too.
did.
They had no one
Um,
set up for like cross charges like preemptively on the tab right hand side. No one was preemptively set up in like the tab left. Like there was space given by the defenders. There's no strategies to throw at you. Take the space,
yeah,
sit there with your cab, get ready to push in. It's as simple
I
as
think
that.
like I said, like I think that Treb being able to hit that main lane there kind of scares some people into like backing up really far. And I mean, I think there's a fine line between like zoning that Treb, but also like they literally got their full setup off before anybody kind of contested them. And I mean, you're retaking your own A point at that point. Just not where you want to be. Looks
And
like a
I
push out in the
don't.
front. I don't know
Why
about
would you do
this.
this?
I do
That's
not agree with
that's
that.
just free units going down at that rate.
That
That's
is in
that
fact a
is.
free Halb Sergeant right there. And now,
So this is where this gets really interesting, right? Can they
yeah,
push through? It looks like they trebbed open the tab right
let's see
hand
how many
side.
sets of flames the defenders have left. I don't see any.
I see one set. One set and
One
they
set,
kill
one set. I
boss.
do see one set.
One set in the
So the
kill box.
defenders went from 5 sets to one set of flames. Very unfortunate sequence.
So it looks like they also trebbed open the far right hand side to get through the alleyway cleanly. Um,
Ah, yes, they have opened up those barricades, so they can actually
so
get through here now,
your
which is definitely a play.
your spawn hold is still the big loop or wrap around here, just with the barricades being blocked off. But from my assumption, if I were to pull out my mini map, we can draw. I think they just go in through here, set this up here, set this up here, and then take a setup on this. Excuse my poor drawings, but I think that will be their play. Maybe they kind of wrap here. Maybe a guy goes for the flank way through here, but it looks like they're going to make their rotation
Yep,
now.
here they come. Looks like they're gonna go either mid or left side. Let's see what they do.
They could make that full left side hold.
They're
I'd
gonna go
like to
far left.
see it.
They're gonna go far left.
Did we
They're gonna
forget
go
about the
all the
barricade?
way.
Oh, they can
No,
just
but they
bust
can
it with
break it.
mauls?
Yeah, they can break it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there
So
you go.
the ones on the right side you have to tread, but the ones on the left you can just break.
So they just busted down. I mean, I like that play. So this opens
Indeed.
them up to look like they kind of want to bait like a split and sandwich them in the middle, like a one-dimensional push through this alleyway. I don't think that would be my ideal play. I think you
I mean,
go
they
deep.
right now they have a lot of time to kind of decide what they want to do. Like they had 10 minutes after they capped A. Um, but and I mean you can see that they definitely have the unit advantage, but they also started with it. Um, so kind of hard to tell. But I think they definitely traded better into that initial A engagement. So we'll see what the defense have left. A lot of monks for the defenders. I'm seeing 5 or 6 sets. So they're looking to definitely kind of chew up some infantry here. Looks like the attackers are just kind of
Ooh,
getting
they're
their
about to get some
split in order.
free picks off in the mid lane there. Free
Looks like the
hero going
defenders
down
get
as well.
one and actually get out with their life somehow.
Uh, yeah, must have locked him down with the dual blade and called it a day. It looks like they're gonna get. I like this far around like the alleyway corner push there over
And that
around the
was actually that
courtyard.
guy's third death, so he is on a 60-second timer to come back in.
That is a rough timer to be on. I don't like this from the defenders, like the way they are set up. Like, take
They
some
don't really have a
space.
lot of setup units though. Like there's so many monks and like camels that they can't really like set up anywhere. They almost just have to collapse on whatever the attack decides to do.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean their
Looks like they're
flames are
heavy
gonna be
top here.
there. Yeah, it looks like they're all heavy top. Set of flames still full HP in there. They could just make the rotation through the courtyard. Looks like they're kind of getting ready for like a slight split. Looks
I'm
like
gonna
a
be curious to
213.
see. Oh, it looks like that Maul's gonna go for free. Tries to get a cheeky grab, pays with his life. Um, I'm curious to see how the defenders are planning to protect their flames. They don't really have a unit that can kind of
Um,
sit, and it looks like they're gonna goon out this group of two in the mid right, but the top is just gonna. I mean, they're gonna blitz through here.
yeah, I don't like to see that play come out, but here comes their flames. The monks coming back in. Hussars getting ready on a charge with a set of katas, but they're gonna get back
And the
charged.
Hussars actually get around the flames, kind of. Here comes more camos from the defense. They're just going to blitz straight in here and brace this engagement. No one's on the flames for the defenders, but this is looking good for the defenders. Those monks absolutely shredding. And the cav will clean everything.
Yeah, here comes the Sarge to clean your point. This is exactly what you
They need to
asked for.
they need to push this out. They need to push this out and stop this guy. Yep,
Yeah,
good.
they need to
They are
run
cleaning this
everything
up. Very well
down.
played. Very well done.
Good defensive hold. That leaves the attackers only with like one more push, realistically.
Yeah, and you know you start to think that that 3 minutes that they were kind of running around deciding like what they wanted to do, does it come back to bite them here? They're down to 4.5 minutes. Some of their guys on their third or fourth death. Um, you know, it's mostly just the dual blades that were being cheeky, but um, they are down a few.
I think right now, if I was in Prime's position, I'd go for that home push. I mean, there's not. I would have left that barricade up. Kind of left the defenders kind of hanging dry and just pushed around from their spawn. That like little alleyway on the tab left, like with your flames, it's such a good chokehold that you could have played off of. And so you just kind of walked your flames up into the open to get cav charged from about 3 different angles. From the back alley where they got those 2 guys got gooned out from. They got cav charged. Like everything on that point got cav charged. Clean and simple.
Yeah, I think the thing now, I mean, you can kind of see. Looks like the attack has a lot of cav remaining, and for the defense, no flames left, and the quality of their units is a little bit lower. We've got some Jav cav, some Pike militia, and some Blue Halbs out,
They still do
for the
have
defense.
a nice chunk of those Hussars left, and Cat is still kind of vibing out. What's this Cav
It
in the
looks like they're
corner
gonna play
here?
for this top lane again, keeping a lot of that cav in reserve to try and potentially clean this up. The defenders do have a few sets of camels left though, so may be able to mitigate at least some of this cav. But I mean the defenders still have a healthy amount of cav of their own. So I think this is just gonna be a bit of a slugfest of just cav on cav action.
I mean, I love to see it. It's one of my favorite
Here
things.
comes the
Some
push
big
from the top,
flanks coming
pre-treb on the point.
across. We'll see how this goes. I don't know why the defenders just
That set
walked
of
off that.
camels getting absolutely eaten by those monks. And these dagger axe will die for free. Here comes Hussars.
Oh,
Hussars getting very clean. Dagger axe also getting clean from the attackers. And
another set of Hussars coming out and just
I can't
whipping
tell what's
that
going
point
on.
down. It's just Cav on Cav. Cav lives matter. Someone hit the hashtags, please.
Oh, here
Cav
comes more
lives
cap from the
matter.
defenders, though.
Oh.
And most of it does get stopped, though, by that imp walk. Um,
This is
this
kind
is
of still
looking
a
like it could go either way. This could go either way. The
toss up
defenders
on the
do
point.
not have that many units, though.
We
They do
want to
not
play
have that many
deathmatching
units
on the
here.
point. I think here comes your deathmatch on the point. Those monks are still set shield maidens up on the point for free. And here comes the
There
set of
is
stars. This
indeed.
could get really
Here
bad if they
comes the
don't hero play it.
stars, and they all get stopped.
And that's a hero play, and it looks like
That was an excellent hero play from the attack. And with a minute and 30 on the clock, can the defenders get back? We have a lone longsword making his run. I don't think he's going to make it there. He's going to get DB ulted. My share also going to get DB. This is where those DBs are actually really helpful. And it
that will
will
go
go
to
to
Primes.
the attackers. I'm surprised. I am, but I
Um,
think it came down to at the end right there, I think just quality of units. You had a few guys for the defense that were kind of down to blue and green units. And nobody on the attack was down to anything like that. So I think it just came down to like unit quality because I mean they both had like a crazy amount of cav. And I mean you can kind of look at the post battle analysis, but like that first engagement, like
that was
on
almost
par.
dead even.
The
I mean,
second engagement
a
absolutely
slaughter.
slaughtered.
And then the third engagement
Dead
still
even as
on
well.
par, and it just came down to hero playing.
Yep, just came down to the hero kills at the end. Um, you know, but the attack absolutely kind of slaughtering on the or no, is it the defense? I
Um,
hate the colors.
I hate the colors too.
Yeah.
It was a good fight.
Um, but yeah, that was definitely close. I think that it just came down to like their A point. I mean, like I said earlier, like you don't want to ever have to retake your own point. Um, there's a fine line between kind of giving them room to uh to do what they need to do and just like completely letting them set up for free. And I think you saw that. And the other problem on their A as well, they had 3 of their flames out and they lose all of them, right? They
Yeah,
lose every
that's
single set of flames that they had brought. And then they also lost the set for free to the dual blades. So I mean, just kind of poor. Like if you're gonna bring that many specialty, like you need to. I don't know if I like having that many, especially something like flames where it's so easy to just like especially nowadays, one mall gets in there with a maelstrom, bye bye flames.
Have a good time,
Um,
right? I mean, that's all
yeah,
you have to
so
do.
I don't know how I feel about having three flames out, especially on this map. Like, there's so many like wide, like the engagements are really wide. I feel like you just have a lot of long lanes.
And
Um,
I mean, like we even
and,
saw like tight charges come out on that home point, and then did each side wonders like on a tight charge coming in and out. Um,
right,
so I guess we will see Primes now moving on to the defense for the city, and Malakas on the attack. I'm
indeed.
going to revert my prediction. I'm going to go with a 2-0 from Primes after seeing that first game, and I think that's just how it's going to be, personally.
Yeah, I think I'll be curious to see. I'm hoping Malakas changes up their unit comp a little bit. I don't. I definitely don't think that they need five flames to attack this. But I will be curious to see how Primes elects to kind of defend like near the A point. Because kind of like we've been talking about, like it's really hard to with the new trebs to kind of be like in and around the A point. Um, so we'll see how they decide to kind of defend it. It seems like the at least the go-to at the moment is to just kind of like flood it with cav, and see what happens. But I don't know. I'll be curious to see what primes changes on that front.
I mean, I
But I mean,
just
so
want
far,
to thank Alex and Wincrow also for the follows. But so far, as you're saying,
yeah, I was just gonna say, and so far it seems like every team has consistently like dove the arty outside that west breach. So
see,
I
I
think
don't
we'll continue
know.
to see that.
I don't know if I like that. Right? I'd rather just kind of try and get it down, but kind of also just let it go. Like the death timers now, like we're seeing it. Like if you're not on those massive death timers from going out for that dive, you're gonna have an extra one or two heroes for
I
your
mean, honestly,
pushes.
they could have been out on that dive like way faster than they were, but they stuck around and like tried to kill that set of Halb sergeants, and it costed them like four or five heroes. That like they didn't it didn't need to cost them.
By the way,
Um,
the match
and
is up. Just by the way.
okay, yeah, I'm coming. But yeah, I think like they could have gotten out on the. Uh-oh, why am I the only one in this lobby? What happened?
I don't know. MLK. It should be MLK versus Prime.
Okay. Oh, someone put up a separate lobby.
Oh,
Whack.
weird.
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 Oh, Odin's is in! The
Odin's
superstar! He's
Odin's been
in!
subbed in.
They subbed him in.
The man, the myth, the legend, the tinfoil hat wearing Odin's blade.
The tinfoil hat
The
extraordinaire.
tinfoil hat of NA. I mean, I love the dude. He gives me some shit for some things, but he's a good player overall.
Indeed. Indeed.
I
Um,
I thought Mary would be playing as well, so I'm kind of surprised to
Mary's
see him.
watching from the stands.
I think he's watching from the grandstands. So I have to see how it goes. I am excited for the second match. Who is our next set of guys up after these guys here?
I think it's Warbus and uh body odor.
TBD? Oh, I was
Body
hoping
odor.
some NA on NA violence. I was hoping for
Yeah.
it.
So I think those are our next two. But should be able to get this show on the road. Like I said, I'm hoping to see some unit comp changes from Malakas. If they bring five flames, I think it's an auto defender win. um, but we'll see what they do. Um, pretty consistently seeing Forte banned on this. Um, I think everyone's just trying to spread their wings a little bit and run some hussars into people. Um, and we definitely have been seeing our fair share of hussars.
Getting the ready checks in check. Make sure everyone's good.
Did you host the lobby? No, huh?
No,
Okay.
I have to ready check them though.
Ready.
Yeah, literally. Is what it is. Oh, Alchemicus1128, thank you for the follow. Thank you. We are on a 3-minute delay to keep everything competitive here. Going into this match, I'm excited to see. We see one NA boy in the fight. I mean, he's a good player. He's gonna do them solid on a defense for this map. Do you think they'll go for the dive though? It's been every time
I
someone's
foresee
gone.
that they will. I think people just need to be a bit smarter about like their their lives maybe. Um and also like if you're gonna do it, like don't send like either send like a lot of people so that you can ensure that everyone gets out, but like don't stick around like longer than you need to. Like once the arty is down, just get back to your ladders. Like don't for don't get distracted about why you came out here in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to
Um
do like a very solid dive, I mean, I'd have roughly 10 guys jump, right? One guy to throw the ladders up instantly, and then go back up, and then the other 9 guys kill the arty and leave, right? Like, there's no reason
yeah.
to stick around out there. That's just personal preference, though.
Yeah. I just think they the death timers. I mean, think if they didn't have those death timers for their home point, arguably some of them are able to get back on that with units. Like
Yeah,
maybe we see more than 2 to 3 guys respawning. If they don't stay and die to those Haupt sergeants.
I see 4 dual blades for the defense. That is 4 dual blades, 3 pole
They
axes.
had them for the attack.
4 of them though?
Cheek.
I thought there was just
Yeah,
3. I mean, they've changed up their unit
there
comp.
may
I
have
mean,
been 3.
their
Either
unit comp
way,
looks
there's a
very
lot of dual
competitive.
blades.
Yeah, 4 dual blades, 3 pole axes, 2 long swords, and then you've got your 6 mauls. The attackers running, shadowing the same thing. 6 mauls, 1 long sword, 1 short sword, 1 glaive. I always like to see glaive players. 3 pole axes, 2 pikes, and a DB. So, unit comps
A
look.
lot of cav from the attack. A lot of
Oh,
cav, and still 5 flames.
we.
Why are we running 5 flames on attack? What are we doing?
This is like the
Someone
last
make it
man.
make sense,
Yo, I lost my flames.
please.
Don't worry, I got another flame player. I'd like to see some muskets, though. Realistically, muskets will do you wonders. Oh, there is a longbow. Longbow being swapped in.
Honestly, what the defense should do, low key, since they have 4 dual blades, is just have all those guys start as longbow and use the longbows to take out the siege, and then they all swap.
They depends if they'll have a good longbow though, or have stuff set up for it, right? I mean, you
That's
should
fair.
realistically.
Yeah, I mean you should have all your abilities and stuff maxed out, but yeah,
Or you even
I
go
don't know.
light
I think that
armor.
would be that would be a cool cheese, I think.
Oh,
But let's see what they decide to do. Looks like the attackers have some Haupt sergeants and monks kind of sitting on the cannons, so they are anticipating a dive, and I don't think that they're gonna get one. Um,
they are
Looks like
rushing
the
for that
defenders
divine
are
crow.
electing to allow this to happen. And I would expect to see kind of that audible out of the teams, later today, to just kind of protect their cannons with their unit. The Divine Crow is still up though. This dual blade trying to shoot the cannons. Looks like he will get one. Although the Divine, oh, he doesn't actually. He miss it. The Divine Crow's accuracy is really wonky, I gotta say.
Yeah. I mean, it's got such a weird arc level, and I think that's the first time we see the Western Breach go down. I guess
Yep,
Primes just don't
that will
care.
be the first time. Curious to see how the attackers utilize it. Actually, I'm assuming they'll try to make a quick play to touch that supply. Um, I mean that's typically what it's used for in TW, and I think in this instance it is no different. So a lot of the defenders units seem to be tucked away in this one little cubby over here. Um, Safe from trebs, but once again, kind of granting a lot of space to the attack if they continue to kind of sit in that cubby.
It looks like they haven't really, like, they've been allowed the defenders just to kind of shoot a lot of the base already. Like, they're just aiming for units, getting free
Yeah.
picks onto units here. I
And you
mean,
can actually see once again, like look at the unit difference because of all the leadership invested into these flames and all these camels and monks being brought. Like they are severely lower on the unit front. Not really what you want to be on attack, down 300 to 400 units to start. Um, just because the defenders can constantly like they can spam peasants at the end and you cannot, you know. So
yeah, I mean,
um
that is why the attackers are running a higher, I would prefer to say, like, unit killing setup, right? That you've got your glaive to buff, you've got short swords to open it up, long swords to continue your push, and the mauls for your front line with a couple pikes just kind of pick off heroes as seen, right?
I also
Um,
don't know how I feel about playing off of the east side when we're running 5 flames.
I would much prefer to see a west side push at that rate.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean they kind of they open this west breach and we're not gonna use it.
ooh, is the Treb getting clean there? No
No,
way.
I don't think it does. I think that's why they're all sat right here, is they know that they can't.
Can't get trebbed, and I mean they also, like, this alleyway.
And
They,
so now we shall have a staring contest.
ooh, that's an
There's
interesting
no
treb.
way. Does this
That
hit?
that treb from the far right might have actually hit in. Oh, one gets in the back.
Uh,
Don't. Oh yeah, there it does hit.
oh, that
Three
one
hit,
hit.
four hit in that
That one
corner.
hit.
That was
Kind
four
of interesting
trebs.
that they choose to stack up here then know like if they knew that this was trouble. And
Here
it
comes
looks like the attack is just
another
gonna sit and throw
trebuchet.
them. Sling them. We got 12 more. If
I
you
think
want to sit
that
here,
we're gonna
we're gonna
treb you
keep
for it.
trapping you.
Oh, the trebs on
Oh,
the backside are absolutely nasty going in. That's
I mean at this point, spread out to the side streets. Like there's no
like, just walk away. Walk
get out of
away.
there. We ate 3 Trev
They
brothers.
ate like 8 trebuchets coming in. They're gonna eat another one for that.
One more for the road.
Yeah, I mean, good use of trebs there. I mean,
Yep,
that's
very very good. I did not think that hit, but I
I
mean
didn't.
the new Trebs on this map are insane. Like with the angles that they hit.
Well, like, you can't
Um,
even anti the trebs if you look way out about
Here
too.
comes the push from the attack. Looks like mostly from the front. However, they do have a decent contingent in the mid street as
And there
well.
comes
But
flames
those
walking
guys
out.
need to get in, and they are on the flames.
And it's flame
But
on
they all
flame
insta died.
violence.
What did they insta die to? I do not know, but they
The
insta died.
ooh, that's gonna be
Hussars
a
from behind will clear a decent portion of that. This is still looking good for the defenders, though.
yeah. The defenders are gonna clean up that front side. Treb's gonna come in
Looks like the
little late.
attackers will get the majority of the flames. Unfortunately, yeah, I think they had the right idea there on the attack. I think they just kind of like their mid street kind of took too long to actually help, and the front side
Well,
got kind of mopped.
and the flame player that was looking mid street for the defenders just instantly open fired on them. He didn't even focus the front
I
side.
I was curious what killed. So there were 3 players that actually tried to dive the defender's flames, and they got all 3 of them got insta killed. I don't know what killed them, but it looks like the attackers are able to cap the west supply, and now they're just gonna flood gate.
Yeah, here comes the flood of cav up through gate. That's gonna turn bad real fast. That's a big snowball push coming out. Hussar's looking on the flank. It could be real good. Camels might get down in the brace, and those.
Camels and hero play is gonna prevent that, unfortunately. More hussars coming down the mid street, but I think this is gonna be too little, too late. Looks like the attackers will take A here.
They did do a
Um,
very good job of sitting on that supply. That longsword
they
was
did.
allowed to free pull camels, and he just sat there and held that supply, and that just
Yeah,
really
there were
sucks.
actually two long swords over there, so definitely not the easiest thing for the defenders to kind of deal with. And they definitely did a really good job of reflooding, knowing that the defenders that had stayed alive um, could not pull new units. So really good job from the attack to keep touching that supply and use the short respawn timers that they
Ooh,
had
that
to
Divine
to
Crow
repush.
coming out, hitting some stuff in the middle lane. I always forget they've now added that one piece of artillery to sit
Yeah, I
on the
keep thinking
home
somebody
point.
dropped it because it's in such an awkward spot.
Yeah, but it looks like they're going to use it to spam down that supply. I mean, I like this. I think that thing also has infinite ammo.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just shoot
Look
it.
at that. That just sucks.
And that's on a blue halbs as well, so that will the burn damage is actually going to do a lot there.
Oh, there comes
Oh,
more.
the peasants. This guy's going to have 300 unit kills by the time this match is over.
Stop the abuse. You're abusing right now.
Oh
Stop the
my gosh, the
abuse.
blue halbs are just, I mean, they're just having a bad day.
Someone get this man off that Divine Crow. Take this out of the
That was a
game.
lot of free unit kills for that dual blade right there. I mean, you can see all the burnt corpses there on the supply. Looks like attack's gonna go for a heavy left side push with a pre-treb on, well, nothing. There is no one here or even close. But we did pre-treb it. I like the thought. And we get a free pick off the defense there. I think one of the dual blades ends up going down, it looks like. Yeah.
I like this push. This is a push I very much
I
enjoy.
do like this. This is kind of what we were talking about earlier, where they just kind of far hit this left side.
And I mean,
Um,
they're not going to be walking into that Divine Crow either. They can push out of the mini castle. Like, they have a lot of ways they can play this point.
yeah, with no Falco, this is a really viable push, in my opinion. Like,
the,
you can't really take advantage
the
of
only
of
issue
the
they'll
lanes for the
see
defense.
is that there'll be, like, the respawners for defense that you'll have to deal with. And it looks like they've got a set of dagger axe and pikes just kind of kicking back in there.
And
And
looks like a
another set
third
of
defender has
halbs.
just spawned as well. I think the attackers need to be a bit more proactive here. I mean, they're kind of letting the defense react to this a bit too much for me.
I would like to see the push
And
kind of
now the
come
defense
through
is
the...
going to get aggressive because they know they have a pinch. The guys are going to come out of
Uh-oh, look at the
spawn
two
here.
flames. Here comes the two flames, and here comes a massive flank around the left-hand side on the outside.
And he's going to get through.
Oh, that dagger axe is going to be big coming in. Oh, that dagger axe
And the
gets
Treb.
lots of
I mean, the
flames.
defending Flames just absolutely slaughtered right there.
Yeah, that was an
But
absolute...
they are going to let them pull from the supply.
Wait, what? Hold the phone.
They pulled Lee
Stop
House
that.
from the supply right
Stop
there.
that. Stand on the supply point.
And they're gonna get another pull. They're gonna pull units here.
Oh, there comes Wolf Boys and House. Why? Why you let this pull? That is not okay. They're also forced to defend the home point at the same time while they're defending their supply.
The flames on the home point just completely out in the open at the mercy of these Wolf Boys, and they will
Oh,
go down. This is anybody's game at this point, but the attackers are still on the defending supply.
see, this is what I really like to see. They didn't throw their lives away diving for that RD. So they definitely get to respawn in a little bit quicker, and I think that's going to save them on this point.
Yeah, unfortunately they need to retake their supply point from this longsword. This longsword has been a menace this game with these supply points. So this will be interesting to see. Looks like the attackers are slowly getting their muster back as well. You can see them starting to flood this point.
This could go
And here
bad.
comes the defense respawn. Here's the wave coming in. They are capping though. The defense needs to get back in here with some heroes.
Could be a big dagger axe charge on the
Oh,
far side if that camel unit doesn't catch
the
it.
camels are gonna pick him up, I think.
I picks
Very
it up.
unfortunate. Defense is flooding. They do get some hussars through, and that does wipe.
We'll see right here that the attackers are bringing on the halbs onto the point.
I think
Can
the
they
attackers
get
need
big?
to just regroup here.
I think you got some cav coming in as well. Could be good, could be bad. I think they need to stop this push.
Yeah, I think the attackers just need to regroup here. I think they're they're too obsessed with recommitting to this push, but they are getting a lot of units from the East supply actually. This is swaying a little
Look
bit.
at the Hussars on the flank. No one's picking this up right now. This could be big. Those Hussars come in nice and clean. Could be very big coming in on the point.
Oh, and
Get
they kind of got
in.
stopped. I think the
I think
short
they
sword
got hero
stopped a good
played
amount of
there.
them there.
Those shield maidens for the defenders are just going to walk all over this point now. This is going to turn real bad real quick. It looks
Yeah,
like
it's
the
9-8 on the heroes, but the defenders definitely have more units here, and I think they are gonna clean this up. 78 units left for the
ooh,
attackers. And
that
there's the wipe.
is a
And there's the
slaughter.
wipe.
Push
Yeah.
out, recommit that point. There's still a set of Hussars up. That's
And he's
unfortunate.
gonna toss him. We're gonna toss the last viable unit.
Yeah,
Very unfortunate.
that's unfortunate. I think this is
Um,
going to be a GG effectively.
2-0.
2-0
Yeah,
for Primes.
2-0 for Primes. I liked the left push out of the attack. I think they just kind of got really like stagnant, to be honest. Like they allowed those respawners to come in and be like useful essentially.
I'm pulling up the map.
And
So I think
yeah.
if we're looking at the map, they had a good push here. They got this supply. I think they should have sent two guys to sit back on where I'm going to draw my X really, really badly. Two guys to kind of hold it down there. One guy to kind of hold this back here just to pick up the back flank. And the rest of them just go on the home point and set up this alleyway right here. And it's just a clean... I don't know. Can you see my map while I'm drawing?
No, I can't.
Oh, but you can draw your
Um,
own map?
Probably. I don't
Oh,
know. I don't know how to pull it up.
I'll just hit M. You can draw.
Oh, where?
Word. We can draw.
Oh, I can draw.
You can draw.
Yeah, so I can't see your map, but
Oh,
I
you can
can
see your
I
own
can
map
draw
though.
my own. Yeah.
This is actually pretty
Um,
cool. I'm not gonna lie.
it is. It is. I like that. But
I
yeah, I
really
would
love drawing in
definitely love
future.
to see them be a bit more proactive on that left side. Like I said, they allowed the defenders to respawn and basically set up a free pinch, and so the defenders like recognizing that they had a free pinch, like just pushed into them and used their flames. And ultimately, the Five Flames gamble ends up not working out. Who saw this coming? Definitely not me. Not me. I would never have guessed this.
That
Um,
supply diver from Malacca though did a really good job.
that
That
longsword was
long
doing
sword.
God's work. He was performing excellent. Both for the A point and for the home point. Honestly, the fact that they let Malakas pull as many units as they did off of the home supply was kind of crazy.
Man, just
You know,
looking at these
that
like new trebs too, like the angle these new trebs have onto
yeah,
the
they're up on this hill, bro.
well,
They
like
can
look
shoot
even on
over
like the
everything.
far right, like they're behind the trees, like you can't hit these if you ever
Yeah, you
wanted to
can't even
camp.
see them, much less hit them.
Like we've got 4, 8, 10 trebs now that kick out on this map for the attackers.
And yet somehow the defense stands strong.
Yeah. I mean, this is a really nice map. I mean, if you've ever looked around White Elk, one of the nicer maps. I mean, we have a minute 30 that we have to stay in here. I've always wanted to, you see the back gate? I've always wanted to break this gate open.
Maybe if this glaive would just leave, we could get out of here.
No, they have to stay in for the minute 20 timer.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Everyone else left except for the glaive. He's just taking a nap over here, admitting defeat.
Is he? Poor
Yeah, taking a
Malakas.
nap next to the East Breach here.
We sleeping. He just sleeping.
Um, yeah, really, really well done. Good recovery from the defenders. Um, for the attackers, I mean, I would explore some unit comp changes. I think the five flame gamble is probably not what we're looking for, especially on this map. Maybe on a map with some tighter engagements, maybe you could see that. But I just think this map is a little bit too open, too flexible to play that amount of flames. But yeah.
Yeah, this map's got a lot of unique alleyways that you can hit a lot of angles from. I actually forgot about that new supply angle when you kick out to the left of your spawn point for the defenders. You can hit that supply. Guess we'll get to look at the post battle here. Redface coming in as the MVP for the defenders, dropping 99 unit kills, 5, 2, and 14. They just did a really good job. Look at unique for the attackers, 11, 3, and 6. That's some nuts
Sheesh.
KD right there. Post battle kind of describes everything we've sawn. Man, that second push though was almost dead even.
Yeah, it was.
Oof.
And I mean, you can also see for Redface, 13 flames killed. Killed 2 sets of flames by himself. Like,
that's
you know,
that's a lot
you,
of
you
flames
just.
gone.
And then Lord Commander as well has
Picking up
7.
7.
Like, he killed a set by himself too. So I mean, just a really good job by the defenders to take out the 5 sets of flames. Um, I know I definitely would not be counting on that in their shoes. So good job to them to keep their head on a swivel and continue to look for those flames.
I mean, it was definitely a good match to watch there. I mean, good fights for both sides of the thing.
In
Um,
As far as our next match, it unfortunately looks like Warbus will be